guys? The Bench Buddies are back, and we're going to get right into it. Top players 60 through 41 in my eyes. And at 60, we have Kris Bryant. Kris Bryant, great player last year, went from the Cubs to the Giants, signed in the offseason with the Rockies. Don't know what the Rockies are doing. I thought they were rebuilding, but they go out and sign Kris Bryant. Great player. He's going to thrive from the conditions. Obviously, Coors Field, the elevation. His home run numbers, I think, are going to go up. And the 265 average, OPS of 835. He's a great player, great signing for the Rockies. Questionable signing, though. But Kris Bryant is going to have a good year. 59, we got Justin Turner, 3.7 WAR, just another player for the Dodgers. It's going to go off this year. Expect those RBI numbers to go up just because of how much talent is on that roster. A solid player, solid defenseman as well. Nobody really talks about his defense, but that WAR since 2016, shows consistency and how much the Dodgers need him. 58, we got Lynn. He's on the IL. He'll be shut down until May. But when he returns, it'll be very good return for the White Sox. 2.69 ERA last year. And he's really resurrected his career these last 2 years here in Texas and in Chicago. A WAR of 5.4, great for a pitcher. Intrigues me the most here is he really holds down the White Sox rotation. If he has a good day, it really shows for the next 2 starts. He's not going to have a bad start because he's very consistent at what he does. 57, we got Jesse Winker. Great move by the Mariners bringing him in. A lefty bat with solid pop, can get on base a lot. It's almost at 400, so 4 out of every 10 times he's getting on base. And then in a game setting, 2 out of 5 is more likely. You love production like that. And only 110 games as well, only 24 home runs. He plays 150. He's looking at almost, I think, a 40 home run season last year with almost 100 RBIs. He played with Cincinnati, had some more hitting. This Mariners team has a lot of guys that get on base and do the little things right. And I think Winker is going to have another great year. 56, we got Ozzie Albies, Acuna's bestie. Albies is a great player. 106 RBIs, 30 home runs, 20 stolen bases. And he's going to have another productive year. The Braves need it, after losing Freddie, but bringing in Olsen. I think this Braves team is going to reload and shoot for another World Series. Brandon Lau, 4.8 WAR. The average is kind of concerning, but the on-base percentage makes up for it, almost 100 points. And 39 home runs, 99 RBIs. No one really talks about this guy. He's a really good player, but he's under the radar. I think the average is what holds him back. And, everyone nowadays is still concerned about the average rather than slugging, OPS, on-base percentage. And Brandon Lau is a key for the Rays to really have a shot in the AL East this year with a loaded division. 54, we got Max Fried. Rough outing last night against the Reds, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. 5.4 WAR, very consistent in why the Braves won the World Series last year. You see that. Got the win, 6-inning pitch, 0 runs, 0 walks in the Game 6 clincher. And he's very happy, but I'm sure he's not satisfied with what he's done so far in his career. So expect him to have another great year. 53, we got Jose Abreu, the former AL MVP. Had a great year last year. Under the radar, I think still. 117 RBIs, 30 home runs in a loaded White Sox lineup. I expect him to put up the same numbers, if not even better, if everyone can stay healthy. 52, we got Brandon Crawford, a person that no one still talks about in this league. Career highs in average, home runs, RBIs, on-base slugging, and OPS last year. Defensive shortstop, that's what we all thought he was going to be, just a very good defensive shortstop. He's really came into form, I would say, these last few years of how good of a player he can be. And the Giants are going to be a great team again this year. They did lose some pieces, but Crawford and they're guys that have been there for a while. If they can stay consistent, have years like they've always had, they're going to be a great team. 51, we got Will Smith, the catcher for the Dodgers. What more can I say? This dude's going to hit 7th or 8th or maybe even 6th as a catcher, and he could probably hit 3 or 4 on a lot of teams. Great caller, great game caller. Home runs, 25, 76 RBIs, 130 games. They give him some off days now and then. But with the DH, I expect him to be in the lineup every now and then. But Will Smith, great player, and he's going to be the key for the Dodgers, staff this year. 50th, we have Liam Hendriks, the closer for the White Sox. 38 saves last year in 69 appearances, a whip of 0.73, 113 Ks. What more do you want in a closer here? This is your pretty much guy that you want for the future. Hendriks is going to be a stud yet again this year. 49, we got Josh Hader, another closer, another stud player. Brewers, I mean, it seems like you can never touch this guy. In only 58 innings pitched last year, he had 102 Ks, almost double his Ks. So he's almost striking out two guys every inning he's pitching. MLB best 45.5% K rate and 126 opponent average. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves on why Josh Hader is such a great relief pitcher. 48, we got Salvi, best season I think I've ever seen by a catcher. And you can see single season home run by a catcher last year. 48 home runs, 121 RBIs. In a season where the Royals were atrocious, very terrible team, he was the only bright spot for them. 47th, we got Julio Urias. Great player for the Dodgers. MLB best 20 wins and 2.96 ERA, 195 Ks, and only 85.2 innings pitched. I mean, just do the math on that and how good his numbers are comparing to, a lot of pitchers out there. I believe it probably should say 185 because he did start 32 games. But either way, he's a great pitcher. And yet again, the Dodgers are looking to reload. 46th, we got Robby Ray for Seattle Mariners, 193 innings, 248 Ks last year with the Blue Jays, and he won the AL Cy Young last year. Much deserving. The former Tiger, looked great to see him shine. And I think it's another signing for the Mariners that really could put them over the top and compete in the AL West. Houston, it's not going to be as easy for them this year. They may have a problem down there in Houston. 45, we got Tyler ONeal, and I expect an even better year for him this year in the Cardinals uniform. 80 RBIs, 34 home runs. He plays 150 games. He's looking at almost 40, 100 season. And the average, I think, is going to even increase as well. It may not be up to 300, but I think it'll be in the 290s. On base percentage, around the same. OPS, I mean, a 912 OPS. He gets on base and he does the little things right. George Springer at 44. They just need him to be healthy. 130 games, I think, is still a successful season for him. And 22 home runs, 50 RBIs in 78 games really shows you what this man can do. If he's healthy, he's looking at, possible 45, 100 RBI season. What more can you say? George Springer just needs to stay healthy here. 43, we got Yordan Alvarez, an absolute tank, hits absolute bombs, 33 home runs, 104 RBIs. And they're going to depend on him more with Correa gone, but I don't think he has to worry. He won the ALCS MVP last year, 5 extra base hits, 6 RBIs in 6 games. And he shows up when it matters most. 42, we got Byron Buxton. He stays healthy. This Twins team could be a sneaky wild card team. 4.5 WAR in games he played, 306 average, OPS over 1. And what more can you say? He's a great defensive player as well, has a cannon out there in center. And he signed that 7-year, $100 million extension, which I think was kind of cheap for Buxton. I think it was more just because of his concerns of injuries in previous years. But Byron Buxton is a great player. 41, we got the only Baltimore Oriole in Cedric Mullins, 5.7 WAR, played in all but 3 games last year, and he had the first 30-30 season in Orioles history of 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. Another great year on deck for Cedric Mullins, and that's going to wrap up for the video as well. Make sure you hit that like button down below, comment below where you think these players should be ranked, and hit that subscribe button as well as to get us to 500 subscribers. We'll be doing that huge giveaway. Until next time, the Bench Buddies are out.
She never called back.